Children are violently attacking their parents. Children are getting addicted to iPads, watching Cocomelon and Skibbity Toilet for hours. Math and reading scores are declining. What do these all have in common? They're the result of a new...
I can tell you what they don't have in common. I can tell you what they all don't have in common. The dangerous rise of gentle parenting.
Give me my phone, you idiot!
You want me to take your iPad away?
No! Hands are not for hitting. I don't like that. That hurts.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I don't have any kids yet, but just seeing this shit is already starting to irk my soul. Because I know I wasn't getting away with this shit. So something, like, I just need some comfort. I think I'm just putting together something that's just gonna make me feel a little better. I don't know if they familiar.
Gentle parenting. Gentle parenting is exactly what it sounds like. Being gentle to your child. Gentle parenting believes it's a war crime to punish a child. Spanking? That's child abuse. Yelling at your child? That's child abuse. Doing anything that upsets and angers your child? That's child abuse. What?
Man, if you don't whoop that little nigga ass, man, I don't even understand how you become that type of person. I've met people that personally said that they've never got no ass whooping growing up and they turned out perfectly fine. Maybe you might start off saying, you know what, we're gonna try not to whoop no ass in this house. Or maybe just minimally. That's fine. I think the lines are getting blurred here. Nobody, well, the concept should be whooping your kid's ass is not fun. I'm not looking forward to it. You know, if I got the opportunity to not whoop my kid ass and whoop my kid ass, I'm gonna choose not to if it comes to that. But if the belt is required, the belt must be utilized. It's not rocket science. I don't understand. Like, are you telling me you really gonna let your kid tear up stores, act out in public, do all of these things just because you told yourself you were gonna do gentle parenting route?
Child abuse. Doing anything that upsets and angers your child? That's child abuse. What happens if your child is literally assaulting you and hurting you? Well, you need to sit down. Abuse. What happens if your child is literally assaulting you and hurting you?
He need his ass whooped. This frame shouldn't even exist. I wouldn't dare do no shit like this to my mom. My mom tried to whoop me and I blocked it and she thought she would tell people I tried to fight back. This is crazy. That's crazy.
Gentle parenting was popularized in the 2010s in attempts to get rid of the authoritarian parenting styles that society was so accustomed to. But this trend backfired, creating a generation of bratty, selfish, violent, and entitled children. Because children rarely listen to logic and emotional reasoning, gentle parenting often fails. Watch how these gentle parents deal with their children's violence.
You can't slap his head, okay?
Please.
No, you can't slap his head, okay, Winnie?
Please.
Please don't do that. Ow! No, gentle hands.
Not too bad. Just a backhand. Just a little backhand, a little pow-pow. Obviously, there's an age to this. I'm not whooping a toddler and with the belt and all of that. That's a little excessive. That's too excessive. Not even a little bit. That's excessive.
It might not seem like much, but these children are learning that they can hurt people without consequences. This is dangerous. If children learn that it's okay to hurt their parents, they begin hurting anyone they feel like.
I just don't understand though. But even if you don't want to whoop your kid ass, all jokes aside, like even with gentle parenting, like why not yell? Like, she's like, oh, don't do that. Oh. Like, bro, you can at least raise your voice. Use your big girl voice, bro. Like, yell at the kid. Assert some dominance. Like, what, you're scared of making a baby cry? There's no gentle anything in life. If you want to become a professional, any occupation or anything like that, there's no gentle, oh, you almost failed, so we're just going to give you the certification anyways. Bro, you have to earn things in life. You need to fit into certain standards to function. So if you see a kid doing weird shit like torturing cats and dogs, and bro, whoop that nigga ass, man. Whoop his ass.
Gentle parenting is so confusing and complicated, you should need a PhD if you want to use this parenting style. In gentle parenting, parents need to become a personalized therapist and counselor for their children. And in this process, a lot of parents are bound to become too loose, leading to bad and undisciplined children. Only parents who are good at understanding children's emotions and behavior should attempt this parenting style, because if done wrong, this parenting style could lead to disaster. And this isn't only about violence. When children learn that they can do whatever they want without any serious consequences, they begin to expect the world to revolve around them.
This is way deeper than just throwing a tantrum of getting what you want. But they develop bigoted attitudes, they become racist, they generalize, they have a lot of hate for other groups of people just because of that entitlement that they build up at a young age. You know what I mean? So a lot of these people do have a lot of hate in their heart. The kid didn't ask to be here. It's your responsibility to make sure that that kid turns out the best that they can be under your supervision. That's how I feel.
This has led to a massive rise in classroom misbehavior in the last few years. Here's a kindergarten teacher talking about it.
Gentle parenting is ruining our children. We can't do much when students misbehave, when they're yelling, when they're cursing, when they're throwing chairs. They're trying to get teachers. That is not okay.
A nationwide survey found that 68% of teachers experience verbal abuse from their students. Classrooms have turned into real-life Call of Duty lobbies.
Bro, did you really say that, bro?
This 14-year-old repeatedly calling his African-American teacher a racial slur.
Bro, say it too, bro. We're right here, bro. Everybody's watching. What's up?
Hurling a basket.
Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. If that's my kid and you come home and I see this video of you calling anybody anything, sorry, it was 4th of July yesterday, so fireworks going off. But I'm gonna make sure you get your ass whooped, because I never understood those type of people that disrespected teachers. There's one thing if you want to skip class, you don't show up to class, you don't do your work. You know, not that you're supposed to be doing that, but you're not really bothering anybody. The most is they'll kick you out. But there's always those type of people that try and disrespect the teachers because they think it's cool. I hope I could finish this video, bro. I hate 4th of July. Fireworks are not good for the earth.
Our society, a significant decrease in accountability and consequence. It's not surprising that unfortunately this is spilling over into the behavior of students in school.
It's no wonder why there's massive teacher shortages in countries all around the world now. This wasn't as large of a problem back in the 2000s as it is now. And misbehavior isn't the only consequence. Children are becoming lazy and slow. Parents simply hand an iPad or an iPhone to their children to shut them up and let the device do the parenting.
Not everybody knows, but if you know that there's a slight chance that you might not be able to attend to your kid the way you should, just don't fucking have kids yet, bro. Don't do it. There's too many dumbasses walking around. There's no need to be making more of them.
And at first, parents see nothing wrong with this, until they try to get the children to stop.
You want me to take your iPad away? No! Okay, well, it's time for bed.
That's exactly what I would have. Nah, I'm playing.
No,
I'm playing.
not going to bed.
It's control.
Many parents don't take the measures to limit their child's screen use or monitor their content. If this continues long enough, the child actually becomes addicted to their iPad or iPhone and builds an emotional dependence on it.
But obviously, these are not the instances that I'm talking about. There's no way you give your kid an iPad and then you let the iPad raise your kid and then I'm telling you, yeah, just beat him. That's not what I'm talking about. Obviously, that's a dependency that needs to be broken. Like he said, just the same way any other addiction. You don't hand somebody crack and then have them get addicted to it and then just be like, whoa, just beat the shit out of him and he'll stop. Like, of course, that's not what I'm saying. There's so many good kids with bad parents and bad households out here. It makes me extra angry when I do see bad kids with good parents, because it really is. Don't take that for granted, bro. It's really hard out here. You don't know what's going on in people's homes. A lot of people have terrible upbringings, to be honest with you.
But this isn't just about screen time. The detrimental effects of a screen addiction carry on to other aspects of the child's life, and one of these is school. Children are underperforming at every single grade level. A study investigated math and reading scores of 4th and 8th graders and found that the majority do not meet proficiency. And it makes sense. When children's brains are so fried from spending hours on their screens, that brain damage happens to affect how they perform in school. Along with this, when children spend years spending all their time playing and using a screen rather than doing chores or learning, they grow a lazy mentality that's very difficult to reverse. Even basic elementary school academics become too much to handle, as they have zero willpower or discipline.
Like, what is even the plan? I don't understand. Now we're talking about the adolescents falling behind in terms of just academic thresholds. That's a big deal. That's crazy. That's the future. And you're contributing to that, like literally contributing to having a kid that's dumber than you. Your kid should be smarter than you, because you realize all the things that you missed out on or all the things that you wish you did. You should be passing that down and making sure they get that.
So far, we've discussed the dangers that arise when parents misunderstand the gentle parenting method and use it incorrectly. But even if done correctly, this parenting style can still lead to disaster. You see, gentle parenting works off the assumption that a child is an emotionally intelligent creature who understands the morality of their actions. But the unfortunate reality is that most children are not like this. In a child's early stages, particularly up to the age of 5, children have a trait known as egocentrism, which is the inability to understand perspectives other than their own. These children haven't developed enough cognitively to understand the concept that other people perceive situations differently than they do. For example, when playing hide and seek, a toddler might cover their own eyes, believing that nobody can see them because they aren't able to see anyone else. Or a toddler might offer their favorite toy to someone else, believing that they would enjoy the toy just as much. But children also have a hard time understanding how their own actions can upset others. A toddler might slap his mom, thinking it's funny. Because the toddler finds it funny, the toddler believes his mom will also find it funny.
That was beautifully said. You know, like, that makes perfect sense to me. You're trying to reason with a nigga that's about yay high, brain about yay little, and the only vice of communication they got is hiccups, burps, and shit. That's all they know.
Maybe some toddlers will understand it, but for most, their brains just aren't ready for it. And you can't force these complex concepts onto a child, because they're just going to end up being confused and won't learn anything. But you know what does work? Operant conditioning. Toddlers' brains are too premature to understand concepts of empathy and morality, but their brains are capable of association. A toddler can associate a certain action to a certain outcome. For example, a child understands, if I eat this broccoli, mom will give me ice cream. Or, if I slap mom, I will be punished. For most children, this method of parenting will be the most effective. Apparently, this method is considered harmful nowadays, which I personally think is BS. Like adults, children have different levels of emotional and social intelligence. Some children might learn concepts of empathy and morality very quickly, and gentle parenting will be very effective for these children. On the flip side, some children are especially stubborn and selfish, and this
It's just something about a bad little kid that just make me want to start swinging, though. You know what I mean? And it's like, listen, I worked with kids. When I work with kids, I don't ever put my hands or even consider putting my hands on anybody kid that's not mine. I've seen a lot of badass little kids, bro, is what I'm trying to say. I worked with kids for 2 years. For 2 years, bro. Damn near 2.5, 3. Almost, yeah, let's call it 2 years. You know the phrase, there's only bad teachers, not bad students. If you're not establishing emotional regulation, you could tie all these knots of logic. They'll unravel as soon as things get windy. That's the reason you can train non-domestic animals. People have all these non-domestic animals as pets and they comply until it's time to not, and they fuck you up.
Now here comes the controversial part of the video. I know a lot of you will get triggered by this part. If you disagree with me or want to type any hate comments, then go ahead. I actually read most of the comments on every video I post, so I'll probably see what you write. Our society has become soft. Parents are afraid to be strict towards their children because they believe it might traumatize them. Nowadays, people commonly talk about having PTSD because their parents yelled at them. PTSD. Yeah, try telling that to a soldier or a war veteran. I'm not advocating for harsh, aggressive parenting. Parents should mostly be gentle and try to understand their children. But the harsh truth is, sometimes, no matter how much you negotiate with them, children will only want things to go their way. In cases like this, where gentle parenting does not work, being strict is the only solution.
Oh, but where did this idea of gentle parenting even come from? The government of wherever you live doesn't gently parent you. When it's time for shit to get real, you're gonna get evicted, brother. That inflation won't be gentle with you. You make a little mistake and that criminal justice system will not be gentle with you. I tell you that. So I don't understand where this concept of gentle parenting comes from.
Can you please stop hitting me with that? Thank you. Stop! Sit down, please.
See?
Luca, sit down. Luca, sit down! Feet off the table. That's not nice. You're eating. That's nasty. Yes, nasty. Put it down. Get your feet off the table. Get them off. Now.
Because so many parents...
She's still smiling. You need to get your feet off the table. You gotta really have the veins busting out your head. Like, that's really, like, I'm not playing. When my kid come out, bro, I want my kid to have a great life. I'm not even in this shit for the love of the game, bro. I want my kid to have a great life. So I'm gonna just have to do that.
Parents nowadays are reluctant to be strict towards their children. We end up with children who are unafraid of their own actions. Children who don't believe in authority and believe that they can act in their own self-interests. Along with this, a child who's never been yelled at will become soft. They won't be prepared for when the time eventually comes when someone does yell at them.
That's what I was just saying.
They will be in shock, experiencing strong emotions of anger or fear. If a parent doesn't discipline their children, the world will. This is very important for the personal and moral development of a child. So what kind of parenting style does our society need? A parenting style with balance.
This one. It needs this one. You feel me? This was nice. I see you got the inspirational music playing in the background, and it sounds like you about to get real cozy with it. This is the gentle parenting style that all parents need. This one right here. There's so many instances my mother whooped my ass, and I look back on it and I get random memories, and I'm like, why the fuck was I doing that? Thank God I needed my ass whooped. And we all think it. We all think it. We all think it. And we're all thankful for it. I don't care what you say. If you can't look back one time and say, my parents wasn't wrong for beating me for that, you're just lying to yourself.
Gentle parenting is not for everyone, but you know what is for everyone?
I don't know if that was an ad. I'm sorry if it wasn't, but I'm not taking no chances. We're not doing no ads in 2026, gang. But that was a good video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comments what to watch next, or if you plan on beating your children. If you plan on taking a gentle parent approach, let me know why you would consider that. You know, I know we just started dropping these reactions, but eventually I want this channel to turn into a space of progressive exchange of dialect. You know what I mean? I'd love to just see different opinions and nobody gets hurt. You know, I just want to see people exchange. Me personally, I'm not really with the gentle parenting, but until then, thank you for watching. We'll tune into the next one.